What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is a live stream for those of you who are watching this, later on. This is a live stream. And so I'm going to be taking questions, anything that you guys want to know about Dallas, or relocating to Dallas and, Texas in general. I just moved here about a year ago. Today makes a year. And so, I just wanted to share my experiences with you guys. So this is really going to be, just you guys asking me what y'all want to know, what did not cover. And, we're going to just talk about it, man. We're going to have some fun, man. How's everybody doing out there, yo? Who we got? Yo, if you coming in, just say what's up. I was going to do a separate video, but I said, you know what? I'm going to try to make this interactive because I always get, messages from people asking me different things about, Texas and, things that I've covered, things that I have not covered. And so, I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask away. Yeah. Give you guys the opportunity to ask away. So if you out there, say what's up. Let me know, what's on your mind. Maybe you want to know how's the weather. Maybe you want to know, how's the women. Maybe you want to know, how's the clubs, how's the work, whatever it is, ask away. I'll answer to the best of my abilities. I've been thinking about moving to Dallas, but I heard it's as slow as the South. Certain parts. They are a lot more laid back out here. But the thing with Dallas is that it has certain parts to Dallas where it's very upbeat. I'm in Deep Ellum. That's an area where a lot of people like to come to have fun, uptown. There's different things to do. It's just not out in the open as much as like other places like Austin, Texas, where it's like, everybody's just out in the street. Here's a little different. You got to kind of know where the spots are. And when you go there, you're going to see a lot of people. So there's always something to do. That's a good question, man. A lot of people think, Dallas is slow and whatnot. And I mean, it's the South, it ain't New York. It ain't, like Cali or anything, but it got vibes to it. It definitely got vibes to it. See, I love the fact that, it's November 20th, right? A couple of days before Thanksgiving. I'm still in a short sleeve t-shirt. I still got my window open right now. It's nice as hell out here. So, one of the reasons why I came out here was for the weather. And I think right now in New York, they said it snowed in the beginning. Let me see the question. How's the cost of living apartments? I'm coming from Hawaii. What the cost of living is insanely slightly less than New York. Cost of living is a lot cheaper than New York and Hawaii. I visited Hawaii. Hawaii is very expensive. It's definitely a lot cheaper than there. I'll tell you this, it's what you get out here. You got your good areas, you got your bad areas. If you're making good money, you can live in an even better area. But my thing is, you can not make a lot of money and live modestly and live in an area where you're comfortable, So it's really what you get for the money. Same amount of money, this place that I'm in right now in New York, easy 1,800, 16 to 1,800, probably even more than that, for the square, I got over 1,000 square feet, in my loft. So, go look up lofts in New York City. It's pretty pricey. So race relation. I did a video on that too. It's cool. I've gone to a lot of events where I'm like one or two, African Americans there. But I don't feel out of place or nothing. I have conversations with anybody. I think part of it is your personality. And if you're just conditioned to be around one group of people, then it might be a bigger shock. I'm good around anybody. I'm not a disrespectful person. I know who I am. I'm confident who I am. And so I'm able to get along with whoever. But if, I'm okay too. If people don't want to get to know me, I'm good too. So, I don't really, it's not a big deal. That's a good question, man. Everybody wants to know about that. Hey, what's up, Tracy? Him and I had other issues, but we are getting along now. Race, what's going on? No doubt, Anthony. Appreciate that. Good question, though. I'm saying this video's for y'all, man. This is, I know I did a couple other videos in the past. I talked about a couple things. Some people might have seen it, some people not. This is just really an update. I want to tell you that even with a year later, I still love this place. Still learning a lot about the area. Still a lot to see. Still places I want to go to that I intend on going to. But overall, the journey's been good. Journey's been good. How did you have to take your driver's license test again? The written part of both? Nah, I didn't have to do that at all. I had a New York driver's license. I just turned it in and then got the new one. What industries are booming for work? Tech companies, construction. If you hear the noise in the background, sorry about that. I got my window open. They're doing some construction out there. Construction. Just a lot of, depending on your field. Medical. It's a good place for that too, if you're in the medical field, because they're known for having, nice hospitals. So, it's pretty cool. Teaching, I want to say teaching, because, see, the thing with Texas is, they got good schools. So people like to, especially if you could get in some of these charter schools or some of these, high-level schools that everybody wants to go to, there's definitely a need for teaching. So, the schools are shaped like basketball fields. Like it's huge. Everything's bigger in Texas. That's what they tell you. It's the truth. Churches are bigger. Everything's bigger. That's the first thing I noticed when I came out here. I'm like, damn, like everything just looks huge. Just looks huge. The way they construct things, and don't even let me get into the houses, because forget it. Forget it. The houses look amazing. I gotta have my apple. Shout out to the vegans. I spent a lot of time in Dallas. I just left Atlanta. Big difference. But I really enjoyed Dallas. Be there next year. All right, Anthony. Yeah, definitely. It's especially coming from Atlanta. It's gonna be a big difference. You've been yeah, I've been to the strip clubs. It's nice. It's nice. One thing I noticed is just that the women, they get naked out here, and you could bring bottles into certain strip clubs, which is cool. Could be a little reckless, telling people they could bring their own alcohol is gonna be a little crazy. Binge all first season. Yeah, I finished Punisher. Shout out to the vegans. Yeah, I finished Punisher last night. That's the best series Marvel did. Period. It's better than all the other ones. Jessica Jones is better than Daredevil, because the difference is Punisher is about that action. Like he's trying to kill people. Like he ain't with that. All the rest of them got these codes. Luke, no spoilers. I'm just telling you, like, the reason why I like it, and I'm sure the reason why you like it so far and you notice it, is that he's about that action. He ain't like Luke Cage and none of them who got morals and all that. He's about that action. I'll be moving to DFW area in January. What are the best suburbs of Dallas? Damn, there's a lot of suburbs. Uptown, I want to say McKinney. Yeah, it is one of the best. I want to say McKinney Avenue, McKinney, Texas, Plano, Frisco, Richardson. It's a couple different pockets, man. There's a couple different pockets. But those are the few that come to my mind in terms of suburbs. Like, I've been out to the burbs. I know people out in Frisco, people in McKinney. McKinney's probably the most up and coming one. McKinney Town is the most up and coming city. I think they said, like, in the nation. Like, it's really up and coming. So if you think of suburbs, that's the burbs right there. Or even by me, Lakewood. Lakewood got some houses. I think Bush is over there. I think they said, I don't know. It's definitely a lot of suburbs places around here. If that's what you're looking for. Hell yeah, I still fly the Mavic. I just got a case for the Mavic. I did a video on it. I fly it. I go to White Rock Lake and I fly it. I fly different places, but with the drones being such a big thing now, everybody's thinking of privacy. So you got to be kind of low key about it. But I still do it. You know, I'm just not using it to, you know, peek in people's homes and nothing like that, eavesdropping on people, which is, you know, that's what a lot of people tend to do, but I do it. It's good. I'm an entrepreneur. It's cool. Thing about entrepreneurs, depending on what type of entrepreneur you are, you can be successful anywhere, really. Damn, I ain't catch that first one. Have you been to the comedy club out there? If so, what's the comedy scene like? Comedy scene is cool. Dave Chappelle was down here a while ago. There's a couple guys that do different shows out here, so definitely there's a comedy scene. I live close to one, matter of fact, a comedy place. Do you order that Tesla? Did I order that Tesla yet? I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it. Tesla gonna have to hold on for me. Way too expensive, man. 5,000 now, 50 grand wire. It's crazy. Comedy clubs, especially for the holidays. Like, I'm gonna be doing a couple videos showing you guys some of like the different events and stuff. Like, I got a bunch of stuff going on here. I have a few drone videos on my channel. All right, I'm gonna check that out. Dallas, Texas. I'll check that out. How's the safety in Dallas? Do you feel safe walking around the city? Yeah, because I probably got a gun in my waist. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm from New York, so I mean, you know, it is what it is. But nah, I mean, it's cool. I'm joking. Well, I'm not really joking, but listen, it's cool though. I walk around fine. See, here's the thing though. Downtown, not everybody. Downtown, there's a homeless shelter there. And so what happens is a lot of the homeless people tend to be around. So, you know, again, you know, I wish there were no homeless people in this world. It's just, you know, you don't know. And so, yes, you always got to be cautious. But like, I walk around my neighborhood easy. So safety, I mean, it's cool, but be honest, you could live in the nicest of area and something could happen. So my mentality is I don't really care what the statistics tell me. As long as there's people there, then I know that it only takes one person who's out of their mind or one person who feels like doing the wrong thing. And so that one person can mess it up for everybody. So, you know, I'm always cautious. But so far, so good, though. It's nothing to be concerned about. Exactly. What's up, Chelsea? If there's people there, don't tell me ain't no violence. That's how I see it. Because the last time I checked, you can put a gun on the table, and if I come back in a week and nobody touches it, nobody got killed. So who's the problem? Is it the people? Or is it the guns and the knives and the car and all of that? I leave my car out there, I never touch it, ain't gonna run over nobody. So my thing is the people. You guys ready for Thanksgiving? I remember I did a video, you know, when I first came out here, I was invited. See, that's the thing too. I tell people, you know, Dallas, the people were real nice. I remember when I first came out here, people were inviting me to, you know, Thanksgiving parties and whatnot. And I ended up going to one later on that night, and I had a lot of fun. You know, obviously they knew I was just moving in, but they was very gracious. So I tell you guys, if you're gonna come out here in terms of like meeting people, if you're open to meeting people, you know, people are gonna be nice to you. You know, if you're gonna be an asshole or something like that, you know, they don't take kindly to that either. So it's all on you. I know, right? I saw that because I know you. What's going on, Double Star? Yeah, you know, I'm vegan, so like I said, last year I think what I did was I went to Spiral Diner, which is a vegan restaurant not too far from me. And they had like a system where you could order food, and I just ordered food and I brought it to the place I was going. I had some left over. So I mean, you know, being a vegan ain't hard during Thanksgiving, the holidays, it's all good. If anything, I got my apples, you know. Be there at the end of the month. Medical district, I'm excited. That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome. What part of Dallas would you recommend for yuppies? I'm 29 and single. Deep Ellum. Shit. Addison, maybe. Addison's a little rough. You know, just a little rough. But, you know, it's a different vibe there. There's parts. There's Lower Greenville, maybe. Oak Cliff is another one. So, you know, there's definite spots. 29 and single, you know, you'll find something out here. You know, I did a video on that already. Yeah, a lot of vegans in Dallas. Yes, I was shocked, pleasantly surprised. How's Uptown? Uptown is cool. Listen, you know what? The thing with Uptown, you do notice a difference. You know, people up there, you know, they're a bit more into the materialistic things. Everybody, you know, nice car, chicks walking around with Louis bags and all that other stuff. You know, it's Uptown. You know, that's how they are. But it don't matter to me. Man, I can't imagine you want to leave Hawaii. Wow, so you chiming in from Hawaii? Much respect to you. But yeah, I visited Hawaii a couple years ago, and I know they have like the Army base out there and whatnot, and the taxes is just so high and the cost of living is so high. I remember I vacationed there, and I was literally going to the supermarket to buy stuff because, you know, going out to eat at restaurants every day or just the cost was just like, nah, man. I had to cook every now and then while I was out there. I spent like 7 days. But yeah, I feel you though. I don't know too many people that just flat out live in Hawaii for long periods of time. I felt fine. Yeah, nobody's gonna really approach you. Nobody's gonna really approach you out here. It's expensive as hell. Penny Hawaii, people moving to Texas. Yeah, a lot of people moving to Texas, especially from California. I tell people like California because I love me some Cali, man. But there's certain places, there's certain states where it's just better to visit than to actually live there, you know. Unfortunately, you know, come from New York, I feel like New York is one of those places where, you know, unless you just, you know, balling out of your mind, you know, you got a nice 6-figure job, and even that, you know, even somebody making 6 figures in New York, I'm pretty sure I'm living better than them. I'm pretty certain, you know, like, so, you know, it's all about what is that place offering you? You see what I'm saying? Are you getting the most out of it? And most of the time, when you live in these big states, you're paying the cost to say you live there. Like, I knew a lot of people in New York that were just there just to say that they worked there or they lived there for a certain period of time, and then they would move somewhere else and they would put that on their resume. You know, when I came out here, it was like, oh, you from New York? Like, that was like a big thing for them because they know the mentality is different and the energy is different. So, you know, some people just do it for that. Another thing I could say about Dallas, big sports town. If you're into sports, big sports town. I mean, shout out to Jerry. He's a businessman. I respect his hustle, because you could walk into a Bed Bath & Beyond or Walmart and you're going to see Dallas Cowboy apparel. Like, I mean, you walk into a 7-Eleven, you'll see Dallas Cowboy apparel or something in there. Like, you know, their marketing out here is no joke. But definite sports town. Like, I've never met so many women, and there's nothing against women, but I never met so many women. How will I be welcome? As you good? Don't worry about it. I'm a Giants fan. I'm fine. But I haven't seen so many women that are into football. like know it. Like I'm not gonna pull a Cam and talk about routes and all that. I'm not, I'm just saying like they know the game and like they not just watching it just because you watching it and they trying to appease you. Like nah, like they watch it. I've had numerous conversations with women that's just like they know they follow the sport, they got their team, they root for their team, and it's cool because New York, I didn't really find that at all. The people out here, when it comes to sports, they're respectful. Cowboys, Rangers, Stars, and man, yeah. The people out here are respectful. Patriots, man, you be alright. But yeah, they have it all. They have it all out here. They're into the hockey team. They're into all of that. They even into and don't even get me started on the college teams. They love, the Longhorns, Texas A&M. Like anytime, those guys, if they having like big games or anything like that over the weekend, like you see like everybody walking around in gear. All the sports bars is packed. Sports is a great distraction, and it's a big distraction out here, for sure. What's the best place to catch a game on Sunday? Probably Uptown, because they got a couple sports bars out there. Concrete Cowboy is a dope spot. There's a lot of sports bars. I want to say Uptown. Definitely Uptown. I'm talking like what's that? McKinney Avenue, around that area. Like anytime, like I remember one of my boys came up visit, we went over there, like it was nuts. It was nuts. I'm already a Cowboy fan. Tracy, Redskin line, no more getting booed. Nah, you ain't gonna. I tell people. I joke with my boys. I did a video. We went to the opening game, Giants and Cowboys. Two of my best friends, both Cowboys fans, and they come out here. It's like heaven. It's like the one time they could just walk around and just everybody's like, yeah, Cowboys, and da da da. And people see me hanging with them. They like, why you like? What are you doing with these guys? And I'm just like, look, man, good friends of mine. This is the only time we part ways is when it comes to this topic right here. Other than that, we like brothers. So, I mean, the people was cool. They do look at you a little weird though. Like I walked into the Apple store the other day, and I had on my Giants hat, and I had on this Odell Beckham Jr. T-shirt on, and this guy, they were just, I could see like people like really? Like some of them kind of give you that look like, you know where you are right now? Like, you for real right now? But then at the same time, in that same Apple store, a guy comes up to me. I can't remember, I think his name was Fernando, whatever. Comes up to me. He's like, yo, I just want to shake your hand, man. I'm from New York too. And so it's funny. You might think like that. Like you might be a Patriots fan, Redskins fan. Like somebody going to be like, me too, but they just on the low, you know what I mean? They don't want no problems. So, but you ain't gonna be the only one though. Everybody don't like them out here. I won't paint that picture. It is a lot of them, a lot of Cowboys fans, but everybody's not on board for a lot of different reasons. I'll tell you guys another story. The other day, hold on. We like who we like. I respect our interests. Yeah. That's what I said. They're not disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, honestly, I love it that way. I love being in enemy territory because if you could get out with the win, you feel even better. When you're around everybody that just agree with you, everybody's just a fan. That's cool too. But I like being in enemy territory, man. Talking a lot of smack. And when we win, It's no better feeling. That's why I feel like players like to go on the road. You know, they like to go somewhere else and get the W. So I don't. I kind of like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's right, Tracy. You know how it is. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you a quick story. Like I tell you guys over and over how people are like really nice out here. So I know I showed in my last live stream. I showed you about the bottle of wine that somebody left. One of my neighbors left for me because their dog was making a lot of noise. Apparently they may have just got the dogs or whatever. And so they felt the need to go around to the neighboring apartments and just, leave a bottle and just say, we apologize for it, which is cool. I showed you guys that. But just the other day, I was riding my bike and I was coming inside and I had a box that was in my car. So I was taking out the box and I had my bike and this lady literally like steps out of her car, holds the door for me, carries my bike inside, okay, while I had the box and literally up to my door so I could open up my door and just let me in. And like, she was just like incredibly nice. So, people do things out here that just kind of catches you off guard. Like they really don't have to, but they do it. So people will surprise you at some point when you move here or you come here, visit, whatever, something's going to happen that's going to have you like, okay, that was different. Can you do the rest of this live stream using the power of dance to prove? What did he say? Wait, hold on. Interpretive dance to prove you care about your subscribers while we wait for you to come up with money for the subscriber Tesla giveaway. What subscriber Tesla giveaway? Oh man, you got the wrong channel, man. You need to go check Marquise Brown Lee, MKBHD. I'm plugging him. Go ask him when's the giveaway. This dude is the one who just had no problem hitting that button. I had to hesitate. I was just window shopping. I was window shopping. That man was there to buy. Built for Tesla. That's gonna be my new name. I'm built for Tesla. Hey, if Elon wanna shoot me, shoot me a little package, I'll take it. I'll take it though. Elon's I respect his hustle. He's a great, he's a great mind. I think I got one of his books over here too. So, yeah, he's a great mind. Another thing, when I was moving out here, what was important for me, you guys probably, I don't see people really ask that, but what was important for me was I had to have a gym that was close by. I was always concerned in coming here at first was that I would be far away from things that I would need, right? So you have your gym, your markets, Whole Foods, whatever, Trader Joe's, wherever you like to shop, Sprouts, they have different options out here that wasn't available in New York. And so when I came out here, I wanted to make sure that I was close to things. And, one of the good things about this area is that, I'm close to a lot of things. I could ride my bike, I could go to the gym. Everything is close by, and there's markets everywhere. There's Whole Foods everywhere. The people in Whole Foods is nice. Apple Store is everywhere. You visit the gun range in one of your visits. What's the name of the location of the range? Dallas Fort Worth, DFW Gun Range. That's the name of the place. It's gonna ask you how far it is for you to get to groceries and gym, etc. It's not far. That was that's important to me because where I lived, a good gym was like an hour away from me. Like I remember I got into boxing and I couldn't stick with it. It was just too far, man. And that's the thing because it was in an area called Dumbo in downtown, which is like really affluent, and it's just like it was hard to find parking. It's a real upscale area. It was hard, man. It was hard. And so I wanted to make sure wherever I'm at now, I'm close to MMA area. I'm close to I could walk to the gym. I could walk to an MMA spot. What else they got over here? CrossFit, if that's your thing. There's a CrossFit box like within walking distance for me. Damn, I'm late. What I missed? You're gonna have to play it back, sweetheart. What's going on, Lisa? But just ask away. Whatever you want to know, let me know. But yeah, having a gym, and that's the thing. Everybody out here, let me not say everybody, but majority of the people out here, they into that fitness life. You see a lot of women walking around with their yoga outfits on and whatnot, and looking like they just came from the gym. I didn't randomly choose. I didn't realize Dallas was so walkable. Certain areas, yeah. Certain areas is walkable. And then I have people tell me that you could take the dart and everything. I haven't taken the dart yet, so fix this thing. But I am. I'm gonna get on the dart to go to a Dallas Mavs game, see what that experience is like. What's also different out here too, if you into fashion, there's not a lot of gotta see Dirk. Yo, I'm gonna get back to that. But I see basketball players all the time. The gym I go to is called it's Tom Baylor. Tom Landry. I'm bugging. Tom Landry. You do see Dirk will go in there sometimes too. So I do see basketball players. Matter of fact, just the other day, when I went to go see I think I mentioned this. I seen Andrew Wiggins, Rick Carlisle be in the mall. Yeah, it's called Tom Landry. The gym is called Tom Landry, but it's inside of the hospital, which is Baylor. And so, but it's Tom Landry Gym. It's dope. It's dope. Damn, what was I saying? I don't forgot. Oh yeah, if you're into fashion, you're gonna see a lot of the top brands out here, of course. But yeah, you're gonna love it, Double Star. How much is the average for a nice 1-bedroom? Less than 1,000. Probably just about 1,000. Maybe not something to get you something decent. Maybe not too big or whatever, but get you something decent, get you through the door, and then you just go up from there. You will always find. Let me tell you something. It don't matter where you go. Even in New York, if you ask me, can you find? Yes, you can find a 1-bedroom, really, really cheap. But it's what are you getting? That's what I want you to understand. What are you getting for that money? See, what I'm getting was the best hospital in Dallas. Probably Baylor, I would think. But yeah, I gotta look into that. I don't know what's the best. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never look into what's the best hospital out here. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good hospitals out here, especially surgeons, because it's I know they say California is Silicon City, but Dallas kind of perfected it. Parkland maybe also. What was I saying? Yeah, it's all about what are you getting for that money. And some people, if you just want a basic, you don't need a lot, you don't want a lot, you don't care for a lot, you can always find something within the price range. That's where I'll be. Then I'll take your word for it. VA hospital. I haven't looked into it. But I will say, everything's big out here. So, them hospitals are huge. Are you a nurse? You should find work anywhere. Okay. January right around the corner. Another thing I wanted to talk about too, furniture, stuff like that. Let me tell you something. I know people tend to, I had a friend who moved down here maybe about a month after me, after talking to me, and she decided to move down here. She went and she had all her stuff sent over, but it took a while. And so she didn't have her belongings for maybe a week after her being here. And she was miserable because she didn't have no TV. She didn't have, she just didn't have the basic things. And I tell you guys, for me, I just let all that go. You see what I'm saying? If if you know somebody who could use certain furniture, give it to them. You know, I sent a lot of stuff to like my folks' place because they have, you know, a house and they're ready. I let them handle that. And then just if I needed it bit by bit, I'll go back and get it. But when you come out here, it's smart. I think when you relocate to get new furniture, get new things when you get here. So get new things when you get out here because it's just a lot easier. I did a lot of running around when I first got here. A lot of running around. To the point where like people who know me had to be like, look, chill. Like just relax. Like enjoy the place, like relax. But I needed certain things to be in place for me to be comfortable. And you gotta know what it is for you. Like I needed to have a certain, I gotta have, you know, table, couch, all these things. And so I was like back and forth. And I went to Nebraska Furniture Mart, which is the place is huge. I mean, like it's huge. You could spend all day in there and have everything. Rugs, tables, everything. And you can some items you can get that day. If they're there, you can get that day if you have like a truck or something and you could pack it in there. Because a lot of the stuff you build on your own. But stuff like couches and stuff like that, they'll have to obviously bring it to you. But you can find anything over there. I went to Furniture Mart and I probably dropped, I don't even know. But, you know, I spent a lot of money over there. But that's why you got to save, you know. You got to save, get rid of what you could get rid of. So that way you have money to buy it. Because you got to buy the simple things over. Like I had to buy dishes over and stuff you don't really think about too much. You'll have to spend on. So look at all of y'all coming in January. Okay. That's right. Oh, y'all like new year, new place. I feel you. New energy. I feel you. Word. Actually, there's a subscriber, I forgot homie name, but he just came down here from he said Atlanta. And so I'm gonna be linking up with him soon. We're gonna do a video and whatnot together too. So, you know, if y'all ever in the city, anything like that, reach out, say what's up. As long as you ain't crazy, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm not the one. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy and we all good. I'm not the one. I'm telling you. Nope. Another thing too, if you have a car and you need to do everything, you know, if you need to do anything like, you know, all the changing of your plates and all of that, I did all of that in one day. I changed my license, registration, got my plates, everything in like one day, no lie. Easy. I was done. I about to woke up like 10 o'clock. I was done by like 3 because the way they have things, everything just moves quick, like 1, 2, 3. So you ain't got to worry about that. That's why when people come out here and they like, how did you? Yeah, I did all of that in one day. Like people are like, you already got like the license plate? Like people like, you already got the Texas license plate? I was like, yeah, because listen, when I was living in New York, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? Because I think statute of limitations. So listen, insurance in New York is crazy. It's just crazy. And I had a nice car. I have nice cars. And so the insurance is through the roof. So I always would use, let me see, well, do you have to change your license plate and everything? It's not that you have to, but it's recommended. It's recommended because, nah, I didn't have to. I didn't have the gun at that time. I remember I just got here. I didn't get a gun until like maybe a month later. That's what I was about to ask. What DMV did you go to? I went to the one downtown. There's a DMV downtown. It was quick. Honestly, let me tell you, I learned my lesson. I went online, I scheduled an appointment, and I just go to those things during the appointment. And I did my research. That's what I'm trying to let y'all know. Like, if you ever gone through it, you know that it is a hassle. So I did my research. I knew what they needed, and I went and I got it done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, like I was saying about New York, I had out of state plates, and so when I had my out of state plates, it was because the insurance was a lot cheaper. However, you have to keep in mind like that whole like when you have out of state plates and it just makes you a target. Now in New York, everybody's doing it because it's high. Out here in Texas, it is much more noticeable if you're driving around with out of state plates. No lie. Only one time it did help me when I first got here, and yeah, you don't want to be that one person with the out of state plates. I did get pulled over, like I want to say like maybe 3 days into being here. I did get pulled over because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of, I guess, I mean, he said I was speeding. He said I was speeding. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny. But I just had to get back home because what happened was, I had the cable person come, and the cable person was already here, and I thought he was gonna come a little later. And so they were coming to install the cable. I was in Whole Foods, and so I didn't realize, the distance between where I was and here. So I'm just like, all right, I'll be there in a couple minutes. And so I didn't want to leave him waiting. And so I'm coming down pretty quick, and the police officer was like just there. And apparently they have certain areas where it's like when it flashes, that means that you have to go below a certain miles per hour. So in other words, I was supposed to be doing 20. I probably was doing like 35 or 40, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. So I'm coming down, and by the time I noticed him, I'm like, damn. So I already started slowing down. He told me, come to the side. I'm like, damn, man, already? Like, I ain't even been here 5 minutes. And so he pulled me over. He's like, yo, you know why I pull you over? I'm like, nah. He's like, it's 35 or 20, whatever. You was going, too fast, whatever. I said, look, I just was dead honest with him. I was like, look, I just moved here. I didn't know. I didn't realize what that meant. I was just trying to get home because I have some people delivering some stuff, and, I don't want to, not be here. And luckily for me, because I had not changed everything yet, I still had my New York license. Actually, it was a Maryland license, but I still had an out-of-state license and everything. And I handed it to him. I was like, look, I just moved here. And the cop, he just was like, all right, I'll give you a warning. He's like, I'll give you a warning. And he let me go. Yeah, it must have been a school zone. But you couldn't really see the school. But yeah, it was definitely a school zone. And, but I learned my lesson. I was like, all right. Yeah, I mean, I was upfront with him. I mean, if he was going to give me the ticket, I would have just paid it, I don't want it, and that's not the one you want to get. You definitely don't want no points and stuff, but I was just like, look, man, I didn't know. Showed him the ID. I was like, just moved here, man. Apologies. And he's just like, all right, give me a warning, let me go. So, and that was probably the last time I ever had any interaction with a police officer out here. This is over a year ago. Like, I drive around, I have tinted windows, I'm out at night. I'm on the highway, probably doing like 80, 90. For people who, I mean, look, I don't have no issues with the police out here. Don't get me started on New York because don't get me started on that because I got stories for days on that. Be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful. Absolutely. I mean, I don't try to do things out there to get in trouble, but sometimes it could be the wrong left, the wrong right. Terry Glenn was killed. Yeah, sometimes, I'm very aware. There's good police officers, there's bad police officers. But you got to try your best to minimize, to not escalate the situation, So I kind of keep cool when when police come, especially in New York, you get pulled over all the time for nonsense. I would get pulled over all the time for the car I drive. It, especially if it's, certain time of night or whatever, they'll just pull you over. So I'm already like, I kind of know how to talk to them, We all should know how to talk to them just to not, escalate the situation. Things happen though. But yeah, don't, try not to come out here and be driving around with out-of-state plates for too long. You're going to stick out. So you do, man, finding a job first, then the place to stay. Yeah. Because, you might want to make sure that where you work and where you live, what's the distance like? Like that's important. because you could be working far. You could be working far. Because you gotta remember, a lot of places where people live, these residential areas or whatever, like they're far, they're not near where the jobs are. This ain't like, again, some bigger cities or, what more known cities like a New York or whatever, where like you'll see businesses and people, apartments are there and houses. Nah, that's not how it works. Usually apartments and all of that is on one side and then the businesses is on the next. So you could be very far from there. That's how I did it. 5 miles work home. Yeah. If you can map that out beforehand, it'll be a lot better for you, because you don't want to be for example, I'm in Dallas, and if I didn't know, Fort Worth is an hour away. 45 minutes to an hour. So if I had to work out there or some sort of job out there, like that's not a fun ride. That's not a fun ride. So, and trust me, I've been stuck in traffic where it's annoying. It is annoying. Now, the only good thing about it is, you listen to your podcast and all that other stuff. Yeah, every day it wears down on you. But I'll take it over being stuck on the train. Don't get me wrong. But it's just like you gotta take that into account. It's gonna take me an hour to get home, so you probably gotta go get something to eat. And maybe kill some time so traffic kind of dies down a little bit. And there's nothing you could do about it. Like people used to tell me, oh, maybe you could try a different way home. No, because out here, the way the roads and everything is constructed, there's no, just, make this right or go this other way. You going this other way, it's probably going to take you the same way to get there, if not longer. How would you describe the job market? Good. I want to say good because there's a lot of businesses that choose to come here because of the tax situation. You have a lot of the popular businesses out here. And so that's going to create jobs for people. So definitely job market is good. It's pretty quiet out here in Dallas, if you notice right now. That's because, when the Cowboys lose, people don't want to come outside no more. They're pretty quiet out here. Ask away, our feelings are hurt. Yeah. It sure is, I'm sure. It sure is. I love it, man. It's all good. I got this when I went to the Cowboys game. They was handing these out. I've noticed a lot of student living. Was it hard to find a normal living situation? Well, I can't wait to get out here having Thanksgiving with the fam, then on the road in the morning. Is it hard to find a normal living situation? No, it's not hard. It's not hard to find a normal living situation. Just like everything, you gotta look. You gotta be proactive. You're not the only one. I always tell people, you're not the only one looking for a job. You're not the only one looking for a place to live. So you got to do your homework, and you got to make sure you're in the best position you can be in order to acquire that, what you're looking for. Just like anywhere else. Even when I look on Indeed.com, so many positions available, plus it's veterans-friendly state. So, yeah, definitely veteran-friendly state. Definitely. Yeah, and there's a lot of positions open. You just gotta go for it, man. That's all I tell people. You just gotta go for it. I think I told the story already about a friend of mine who wasn't doing well in New York. I might have been here like a month. They were kind of complaining, and I was just like, hey, why don't you, have you ever thought of living anywhere outside of New York since you're having such a tough time finding jobs and where you live? And and I know this person personally. I know what they were going through, and they're out here and they thriving. What are some of the negatives? What are some of the negatives of Dallas? What don't I like? I guess okay. I gotta think, man. I guess what I don't. Okay, I definitely don't like the traffic. Yeah, you see, traffic for sure is annoying sometimes. It could be. How do I say this? I guess people can tend to stay to themselves sometimes. It's a state where, um, you might, depending on your personality, you might find it hard to fit in. Just depending on your personality, people have to get to know you. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, people have to get to know you a little bit. Sometimes people could be a little leery, um, especially if you are, single or you don't have family out here. Believe me, traffic is the worst. Is worse in Atlanta. You're probably right. Again, the traffic out here it's bad, but it's worse in other places. California, forget it. Let me see. What else is a negative? Man, I'm trying to think. Well, okay, for me, right? Like you don't find a lot of Caribbean style restaurants. Like you're not gonna find that. So if you have a background, if you come from the islands, Jamaica, whatever, like if you're gonna find it, you're not gonna find a lot of places out here that may have your country's food. Not saying you won't find any, but like it's not gonna be probably like wherever you came from. If you're accustomed to that. So from a culture perspective, I guess I could say from a culture perspective, it still could be, they still leave much to be desired. There's a lot of African restaurants kind of similar. Yeah, but I'm talking like, I mean, I'm used to like, there's like actual Haitian restaurants. You know what I mean? Like that's my background. Like, you're not gonna find, I doubt it, you're not gonna find certain ingredients and certain things out here that you would normally have to shop at a specific type of store for, that I won't find any Hawaiian restaurants anywhere in the mainland. Oh yeah, Chelsea. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a totally different experience. And you were born there? Like I thought you just like moved from somewhere else to there, and now yeah, probably have to go to Florida for that. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Jerk spots. There is one. There's a few. But what I'm saying is like they're like diamonds in the rough. Like they're not out there in the open. Like you got to go on Yelp. Like you got to find it, and that's probably the only place that you're gonna go to. Like there's no variety. There's no bunch of different places. Like that's your one spot. You know what I mean? That's where you're going. And then because all the other restaurants are more barbecue, more Americanized, like Lebanese, Thai, stuff like that. And more restaurants. Yes, they do have a lot more restaurants. Yes. And the cuisine is international flavor, so I've read. Nope, born and raised in Hawaii. I just don't look it. Okay. Yeah, so then you gonna get a whole different experience. But you probably be used to the heat though. People get on me because I say, I didn't mind the heat, and they're like, you better just wait. Well, many of you open up a store, authentication restaurant. I may do that. I may do that. So stay tuned. But yeah, people get on me about the heat, because I said it's not as bad as people say, and they're like, oh, wait until it's 100 plus. I'm still gonna go out, so it doesn't matter to me. Do you notice a lot of 3-tenant apartment buildings? No, not really. Just got here, but what area did you settle on? I'm in Dallas. I'm in Deep Ellum. When it comes to the biggest thing for me when I was looking up apartments and places to live, I noticed that a lot of places, just the amenities were more than I am accustomed to. When you have a pool, rooftop access, your own, place to park, and these things are not extra. You see what I'm saying? Like, these things are not extra. Yes, you can find in other places, but you're paying a premium. You pay extra. I used to live in an apartment in a Jewish area where I used to have to pay a guy $100 to park my car down the block, in a little garage area. Totally unnecessary. Like, but it was just something that I just had to do because parking around there was just ridiculous. Out here, you don't have that problem. You don't have that problem at all. So it's what you get. What do you consider the top 3 areas you like the most? I like McKinney, I like Deep Ellum, and I like Frisco. I like Frisco. I know people out there, so when I'm able to, when they invite me or whatever, like they show me around, they show me things. So if I probably didn't know them, I probably wouldn't go to those areas. So they know a lot about those areas, so they show me around. Those are probably my top, 3 areas. Baylor Hospital you're talking about with the gym, where's it located? The gym is in the hospital, bro. It's in the hospital. So sometimes I see some medical people, like they obviously will use the facility because they also do their rehab there for people. It's huge though. I know, as soon as I say in the hospital, like people kind of like, huh? Like they're kind of, yeah, Baylor in Dallas, yeah. If you look up like Tom Landry, it's gonna say Tom Landry Baylor Fitness Center. So, but yeah, you would think, like I remember when I first was telling people, they were like, oh my God, you're gonna see a bunch of sick people. Is there a large racial divide or is there a big mix? I'm trying to be honest, is there a big mix? I don't know. What do you consider a big mix? It's there's variety of people. Yes, probably not as diverse as other places. For example, Houston is probably, they consider that the most diverse city in the whole, state. So, but no, as far as a large divide, no. People just, they do what they do. I mean, I haven't had problems interacting with people, other races at all. They're actually pretty. Again, I can't stress enough. People are really nice. People go out their way. Like, I think a lot of it be in your head. Seriously. Because, like, I've had people that's, like, I'm looking at them and they, like, somebody who I probably would never have a conversation with. And, like, we have a lot more in common than you think. And so you might be surprised. You may have a lot more in common than you think, with other people. Guys, if you're in here, hit that like button too, man. So hopefully YouTube could share it with other people and they could check it out. So hit that like button, people. I was there a couple weeks ago looking for an area. Didn't experience any problems. Traffic is the most people say. What's your opinion on traffic? Yeah, traffic is annoying. It can be annoying because they just have, just busy roads, 75 or just, even though it's wide, you just can't go anywhere. It's like everywhere just leads to that one place. So it's like you just kind of just got to sit there. That's what it is. But it's cool though. Certain times of the day, certain times of the night, being able to, hit 70 without an issue, minimum, that's good. Real quick, thanks for the reminder. Yes, hit that like button, peoples. I appreciate it. But yeah, traffic is not it's not an issue. I remember when I first came out here, it was like I was just so taken back by the traffic because it looked like the Jetsons, because all the roads kind of cross and you kind of see where everything overlaps. And I think in one of my videos I talked about, using the GPS, how it's probably better to use your phone. But, to appreciate that double star. If you're using like your car GPS, it's probably going to be out of whack. It's going to take a while for it to kind of adjust to where you're at. Because they have the roads that are on top of each other, sometimes your GPS might think you're above or below. And so it's, you got to really pay attention. And if you make a mistake once, you got to kind of note that so that way you don't make it again, because the GPS it's not going to correct that for you. Like if you're in that same exact situation, the GPS is going to do the exact same thing. It's going to think you're above ground and make you take a right. And that right might have you flying into, you don't want to take that right. You're from New York, right? The traffic there is worse to me. Yeah, the traffic in New York. See, the problem with New York is that, here's the thing with New York, though. You don't have to be on a highway. You could take back streets. You could take the train. You have alternatives to get where you're going. The highways in New York just sucks because it's really tight. So it's not as wide as out here. And so they almost kind of create their own congestion just because there's just two lanes or it's just tight. But the thing with New York, like I said, is that you don't have to get on the highway. I could get to anywhere, Queens, Uptown. I could get to a lot of places in New York without even touching a highway. So you have alternatives to get there. Out here, some places you ain't getting around it. Like you're gonna have to get on that highway and go straight. Like there's no, oh, I'm gonna go here, make a left, and no. Straight down 75, buddy. You know, that's how it goes. And these are good questions, man. See, I'm doing this video for y'all because I was gonna do like a separate video, just kind of telling you guys, but I said I want to be able to just have everybody just kind of ask what they want to ask, and I just make it a bit more interactive. If you're watching this is a live feed. Okay, this is a live stream. All right, so that's why I'm looking into the camera and responding to everything. Because I don't know why people still, I guess you got to kind of let people know that it's a live stream. Or people think you're crazy just talking to yourself. I don't know. I'm surprised one person asked me about the strip clubs, but why nobody asked me about the churches, man? Why nobody? Oh. I'm out. Good stream. Talk to you later. This is Ray. Let's keep in touch. We'll see each other in D. Appreciate you. Bye, Tracy. How's the church? Churches are cool. They're big churches. There's a really big church in downtown that everybody goes to. Oh man, what about the churches? You said you went to the strip club, so I was afraid to ask. You have the window open? Yeah, I do. Should I close it? Like, is it like making noise or something? Because it is moving the blinds. You want me to? Yeah, it's nice. It's nice out here. It is. It's like 60 something degrees. Like I said, I'm t-shirt. I'm chilling. Miss Moni, what's up? You said that Dallas is the best relocation for you so far, or do you still wish to experience living in other places? I'm be honest with you, I do feel, that's a good question. I do feel like Dallas is a place where I want to be for a very, very long time. But the way my spirit works, I like to experience new things. I can't say I don't see myself maybe somewhere down the line living somewhere else, but I really, there's not too many places I want to be outside of here. I really do like Dallas. It's very laid back. It has everything I need. But you never know. Things can change. Economies change and things happen. But I ultimately see myself down the line somewhere, like on a beach somewhere, just away from the whole nonsense of, driving around and all of that. Like I see myself having a very simple life, late into my years, However, I tell a lot of people, if you have a family, if you 33. That's why I say this experience really opened up my eyes to being in other places, I may live in a different country, I got an old soul, yeah. It's all about how you feel. I feel young. Yeah, I don't, it's all about wisdom. It's not about age. Nice. That's where I'll be eventually. Yeah, away from the noise. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peaceful life. I watch a lot of documentaries, and I know some people see people living in certain places and like they kind of frown upon it. Like at some point in my life, I don't want to have to worry about having a nice car or, I don't want to have to worry about all of that. I just want to be somewhere where, I can live moderately, experience life, travel when I want to travel, just be away from all that. It hasn't been asked, do you see yourself moving back to New York City? Oh my God, I get asked every day. A lot of my friends, a lot of people, that's where, most of my friends are, most of my family is. Yeah, it's very close to downtown. It's kind of in the middle, downtown and uptown. But no, I can't see when I lived in New York, I knew that I could never live in New York. Like I could never be there long term. I just had that feeling because there was always something missing. I saw everyone around me and I saw how people, it forces you to settle a lot. You're there and you're just like, you're settling for living in a certain area because it's a little better than where you were before. But if it was far away from what you could experience. Like I remember I used to ride my bike and I used to go to certain areas in New York and I used to just kind of like look up and just be like, damn, man, like this is like a different world from where I'm accustomed to. And, these were more affluent areas, but you see the way they were living. And I always felt like it's all about quality of life. You see what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Emmanuel. It's all about quality of life. And my quality of life could be different from yours. But my quality of life is like, I want to be able to, like right now, I could talk to you guys. There's nothing going on. Like there's no amount of noise. There's no like, just stress. Like I'm chilled. Like I'm good. Sometimes I look around, I'm just like, man, I'm blessed because I know people who feel stressed, where they were, and so, and you keep striving, you want more. And I just knew living there, like I wanted more. Like my life wasn't going to be about just getting 1-bedroom house, paying $400,000 mortgage and just not doing, still have to look over my back. I wasn't for that. What's your favorite night spot so far? Really my area, man. Like, I live in Deep Ellum, so there's always a lot of things going on in Deep Ellum. But I'm not really like a person that you find like at the bar or something like that. Like, unless if I'm not with people and we're just hanging out, I just, I chill. Like I don't, being at like the clubs every night and all of that, that's not for me. That's great, man. Appreciate that, Double Star. I lived in Brooklyn for 3 months and I just knew I couldn't live there long term. It's just too much. It is. And you know what? When I take people, most of the people who say that they'll never leave New York has never left New York. Okay? I'm a Leo. Most of the people has never left New York. Trust me when I say that. Because it's not until they go somewhere. And what I mean by leave, I'm not talking about when you go on vacation and you go to the islands. I'm not talking about that. Because you ain't living in the islands. You're not living in Jamaica. You're not living in St. Vincent. You're not going to live over there. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about most of them have never visited any other state and spent time there. I agree with the same thoughts of DC. I've only been there, DFW, for 5 months. No going back for me either. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Janine, what's up, Janine? Hey to you. Yeah, most people have never seen. Yes, New York City is not any joke. Yeah, it's not. It's a lot of hustle and bustle, man. I'm buying in Dallas or Houston. Which would you choose? I'm from California, so both are very cheap. I'm gonna be honest with you, Emmanuel. People, the things that they say about Houston is that, for one, it's more humid. It's not a big deal. If you don't really care for that, it's not the thing. Traffic is much worse than Dallas. That's a fact. I'm a Leo. I just hear that my thing is a lot of people stress that it's like dirty or just, I don't know, like they don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they just don't like it. So I did some research on it. I go to visit, but it's like when people like don't even bother visiting, like it's just, I don't know what's the deal. One common thing that you hear a lot of people say, yeah, it was like a desert and scary. Yes, people love Austin. I've yet to find anybody who does not like Austin. I'll tell you that much. People love Austin. The vibe in Houston is so different from Dallas. Yeah, it's a different vibe. I mean, I'm not against it. If you can live moderately and you can live good, it is still part of Texas. You still have no state income tax, so humidity was, but the humidity, I wasn't with the humidity. No problem, Emmanuel. I stayed for 7 days and almost died. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not with humidity like that. Out here, it ain't like that. And occasional, I mean, we seen what happened with them over there, and it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But when a state goes through something like that, another thing I would tell you, Emmanuel, is that when a state goes through something like that, it takes a very long time for them to recover. A very long time for them to recover. Wait, no state income tax? Yeah, no state income tax. That's right, Lisa. Did you know anyone in Dallas before you moved here? Hold on, Austin was nice, a little too expensive. You picked a great part of Dallas. Yeah, I'm fortunate to pick a really good place. I did a lot of research. Did I know anyone out here in Dallas? No, but a good friend of mine who I had told that I was moving to Dallas, and he was like, no, don't leave. He caved in and was like, look, I know somebody who lived in Dallas. Here's the funny thing. The person lived in New York, moved to Dallas, or moved to Texas, whatever, came back to New York, and then is moving back to Dallas. And this was around the same time that I was moving to Dallas. So he got me in touch with them, and they were literally moving up here, like, I want to say just a few weeks before I was about to move up here. And so I was coming down here to visit. They were already here because they were looking at homes and everything like that. So it fit. So when I came down here, I had lunch with them. They were real nice to me. And then, I came back to New York, and I decided I was going to move down here. They were already going to move here. They were able to help me in transitioning where because they lived out here, I was able to ship my car to them. They held the car for me. So I was able to fly here and then pick up my car from them. They help me with everything, tell me what to do in terms of changing my car over to here. He was the husband was a former police officer in New York, retired police officer. So he knew, about the gun laws, and he educated me. Don't let not knowing people scare you from venturing out in the world. Yeah, outside of them, I didn't know anybody. I mean, I think it's more of an attachment to people that we have. My best friend moved to Corpus and no income tax. What's her selling point? Yeah. Do you know anyone who drives for Uber? If so, yeah. There's plenty of people who do Uber out here. Uber and Lyft. Plenty of people. I knew one guy. I think he still does it, but I think he found another line of work. But yeah, there's people who do Uber out here. And they do it as a side hustle. I've gone in Ubers where people were driving BMWs, Mercedes, and they were doing Uber, on their free time. So yeah, you definitely find people who do Uber because some places people just don't really care to drive to. I'm starting to do Uber to go certain places because certain places, like uptown, it's hard to find a parking. So I just do Uber, and you'll find an Uber anywhere. But yeah, just to reiterate, didn't know anybody out here, but it's all good. It's a big city, so Uber would be nice for sure. Yeah, it's definitely Ubers out here and Lyfts. And the people are nice. People are cool, like I said. But I would definitely say you kind of need a car. It's good to have a car out here. And because a car is it's probably more of a necessity out here as opposed to other places that have other, greater forms of mass transportation. What you'll find too is like people, how do I say this? They're not into like the fancy cars. Like as long as the car works, as long as they could get them from point A to point B, like nobody really cares too much because they know that it's such a necessity. Where in New York, it's not a necessity, and if you have a nice car, it's like, oh man, like you're balling, Where out here, it's like, because it's a necessity, people don't really, they don't view it as like a big thing. It's like, all right, you have a nice car, you have a car, I have a car, you know what I mean? It may not be a nice car, but it gets me from point A to point B. So like people ain't really too gaga over that. Driving for Amazon delivery, groceries is another good, yeah, people do that. People do that too, that's another hustle. Illinois is killing me. You could drive a Honda forever there. My last Uber I took when I was in Dallas was a chiropractor. We kept in touch. Definitely a good side hustle. Yeah, it's a good side hustle. It's a good side hustle. Especially if you know, like, there's always something going on every weekend. There's always, especially if you know where the events are, like what people are doing every weekend or every night or whatever. If you can position yourself to where people, gonna want to get a drive, you good. Like when they have like activities at Fair Park and all these, they always have these outdoor activities around here. People will take an Uber. Uber Eats is where it's at. Yeah, man. Uber Eats. Nice restaurants. I think somebody mentioned it. They have the nicest. Yeah, a bunch of restaurants out here. What's your thoughts on the nightlife after 1 year? The nightlife is cool. No complaints. People come out. They like to have fun. It doesn't go on as late as other places. New York will go up, 3, 4 in the morning, easy. But out here, things kind of slow down around 2 a.m. Depending on where you at. But yeah, no, there's definitely a nightlife. The people out here like to get out. They do. You gotta understand, when the weather is nice, for the most part, you're gonna want to come out. Unless it snows or it's raining, where you gotta understand, like, especially women, you out here, you watching, like, when the weather is terrible outside, you're less likely to want to go outside. You're not gonna want to put on your heels when it's 9 inches of snow. Like, there's certain things you're not gonna want to do when the weather's terrible. But if the weather's decent, you're gonna want to come out. And because the ladies gonna want to come out, then the fellas gonna want to come out. It's lit in Dallas. It is. People gotta remember, this is why, they joke, like I'll talk about the Cowboys, like they talk about them getting into a lot of trouble, because people recognize them so much that the nightlife, they get into a lot of trouble, man. And they like to dress. Yeah, they do. Yes, Texans do it big. Yeah. People come out here, like, they talk about Atlanta, they talk about Toronto, they talk about Dallas, Miami. These are places where when other teams come, they always consider it a downside, because they say those guys are LA, because they say they're going to be hanging out all the time. All this is good to hear. I'll be there soon. That's what's up, Miss Moni. People come out here, they get into trouble, man, because they be in the clubs and this and that. And, there's nice women out here too. So there's definitely a nightlife. That's for sure. Don't listen to what people say when they say it's not. It definitely is. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. They're gorgeous. And they're cool too. For the most part, they're cool. Like, you'll get a smile from them. It was funny. It was me and my friend. He came down to visit. We was walking down one block downtown, and there was this girl that was walking. This lady, she was walking towards us, and she looked nice from the front. And as she was coming, like, me and my boy, we're talking. And usually these are cases where women tend to be very uncomfortable, right? Because you got guys coming, she's coming, and there was nobody else like on the strip at all. And she literally looked us dead in the eye and was like, she smiled and she said, "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "Fine, and you?" And like she was just, most women in other places, they're not even giving you eye contact, bro. Like, you're not even getting eye contact. If anything, they'll pull out the phone so fast to be, to pull off. She was cool. She was calm. She was just like, me and my boy was just like, he looked, and he lives in New York, and he was like, I couldn't even. These are things that I tell people, and they don't believe me till they see. He's like, damn. He's like, okay. Well, you need some sort of state commission for giving out all this info for free. I know, right? I know. Hey, but whatever I could do to help people, hopefully, they support me, and it's all good. Yeah, hey, look, the dudes out here are cool too, man. Have you met many other people that have moved down from New York City? No. Well, actually, not many people. Most of the people I met are coming from, like, California, Midwest, California, Oklahoma, Denver, Florida, they're coming from places like that. I do meet some people from New York. But, yeah, you do find people from all over that come down here. They're just cold as women. Women in big cities don't do that for sure. Hey, Oklahoma. Yeah, nah, they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't, She looked us dead in the eye. I'm telling you, I got people that could vouch. I don't lie. I'll tell y'all straight up. If it was a bad experience, I'll tell you it's a bad experience, If you just coming in, it's live stream. Hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm thinking of relocating from Connecticut. Oh yeah, definitely leave. Definitely leave Connecticut. I remember I went out to Connecticut. I used to have a friend out there. Quiet as hell, dry. I ain't trying to be a hater, but yeah, if you in Connecticut, yeah, definitely bounce. It's too quiet, man. It's too quiet. Dallas, I feel, has a good balance between, thanks for the advice, no problem. What she said? I thought I was in Dallas for 2 weeks and cried when I had to leave. Yeah, when I was in, I visited New York a little while ago. I had some things going on in the family. I had to go over there, take care of some business. And the whole time I was there, I was just like, why am I here? I was just like ready to leave. What I noticed right away, and this is another thing I noticed today, is like, it's clean. People take care of things out here. They have pride in certain areas. If there's a mall or particular attraction out here, they take care of it. I go to other places, it's dirty. There's trash all over the place. People don't really care. They'll just drop stuff. It's clean. People take pride in where they live. People take pride in their parks, and people take pride in their living, in what goes on around them. So, and I be in communities where it's like, they'll have like the neighborhood watch sign, and everybody just seems to, come together, as a community. So you see that. Where you at again, Janine? Where do you live? Chicago. Oh, yeah. Okay. I went to Connecticut for training 2 weeks. I thought I was in somebody's jail. Yeah, Chicago cold, man. Chicago cold, boy. The Windy City. Chicago cold, boy. And it's a shame what's going on over there with all those, with all the killings and whatnot. It's a shame. Yeah, certain parts like Connecticut, like I say, Texas, Dallas has a good balance between, quiet and I've always been scared to go to Chicago. I mean, I'm sure certain parts. It's just like anywhere, Sometimes I wonder, they tend to overblow things. Yeah, I would still visit Chicago. It's real. Nah, I hear you. It's a busy city. I hear that. It's I don't know. I find it's difficult. Even countries, right? You go to certain countries and it's not what you think it is or what they portray it to be. Sometimes you gotta experience it for yourself. I do know it's cold. He said the people are cold there. It's just the news only show. Yeah, I agree. I tend not to listen to the news too much. DC is very family oriented. Yeah. Country seems kind of like a lit version of yeah. I missed what you said. Sorry. Just like the Grand Rapids, Michigan. Come on, Lisa, where you from? Yeah, Lisa, where you from? Chicago's too cold. Yeah, I can't deal with the cold, man. Oh my God, I can't do the cold, babe. People talk about the heat. I'll take the heat over the cold, man. The cold, man, I can't do it. Grand Rapids is boring. See, that's the thing too. Like, I had a friend that lived in Delaware, and she didn't even I'd be like, yo, maybe I come over there, hang out. Nah, she always like, nah, it's boring. Like, they don't. I think sometimes when, a state is too small, it's like people don't want to do nothing. Like everybody knows each other, and it's like people just want to live somewhere else. That's why I love New York was warmer than here. Yeah, see, New York I think prepares you for anything. Honestly, somebody in New York could live somewhere where it's really cold because we've had cold winters. Somebody in New York could live somewhere where it's really hot because we have summers, even though it might be 3 to 4 months out the year. But we have summers where you get humidity. So for me, coming out here, I prefer the heat, at least for the majority of the year. Again, guys, it's November. I can't remember the last time I wore a jacket. I got jackets. I bought my jackets down here from New York. I can't remember the last time I wore a jacket. Last time I wore a jacket for sure was probably, it was like last year. I kid you not. Let me see what you guys saying. That's one of the reasons why I'm moving to Dallas. Yep, for the weather, no doubt. Come to Chicago, May and August. Okay, I'll take it. No doubt. I'll technically from go by. Thunder. I heard OKC or Oklahoma. You guys have like this nice, like this big old casino, and it's not too far from Texas. So it's like maybe 3 hours or something. You guys have like this big casino. Yeah, yep. Yeah, somebody was telling me about that. I would definitely visit. Thackerville. OKC is cool. The base is nice. How cold does it get in Dallas? 50s here is concerned. Yeah. Now, Chelsea, if you come, I'm telling you, especially, listen, my thing is this. Ain't no big snow. I don't need no salt. I don't need no shovel. I got a car that's all-wheel drive, which is just like, I don't need. I'm like regretting it. Come on, y'all. It's 20 degrees in Chi right now. Yeah, this is nothing. I do this easily. There might be days where it get, deep into the winter, deep into January maybe, where it might feel cold, but nothing like other places. Yeah, it's a cakewalk. See, the thing with Dallas is that the temperature, even when it's cold, it don't get cold till late night when the temperature drops. So by that time, you've already did what you need to do throughout the day. So it'll grow, it'll get warm during the day, and then it'll drop. Where other places where it's cold, it'll either start off cold, and usually the temperature will drop. That's how it was in New York. During the winter, you'll wake up and the temperature will drop. Here it's like it'll go up, and then by the time it drops and it'll be colder in the evening, it's 8-9 o'clock. Like, what do you? Okay, So 50 where I'm at, and I can't handle it. Yeah, New York. I heard it. It's flurried this morning in New York, so I definitely don't miss that right now. Shy if you want. I got y'all May and August. I'll take care of y'all the city. That's what's up. We appreciate that. Do I miss the snow? No. No. The snow, I got annoyed with cleaning the snow off my car, shoveling. People who say they like the snow, they don't clean up the snow. Going back to visit New York, I would love the snow because I ain't got to deal with it. I ain't got to deal with cleaning it. I ain't got to deal with, am I going to get to work the next day? I ain't got to deal with driving in it. If you just did just to see it pretty, you know what I missed? It's funny. Somebody asked me. Okay, I'll think about it today. Rockefeller Center during this time. The holidays, I used to love going. That was like a tradition. I would go like all the time. Rockefeller Center, the big old tree, the performance. I always say the reason why I love the holidays in New York is because that was the time where everybody was nice. That's the time where everybody's nice, okay? That's when everybody's in a relatively good mood. That's when your job is giving out your holiday bonuses. They're doing their little, your boss is paying for the holiday parties. People are going out and hanging out, having dinners and drinking, exchanging gifts within the job. That's when it is, at its best. It's during the holidays. November, December into January, everybody loves everybody. Okay? Once January 2nd come, It's back to business, baby. Don't talk to me. I don't know you. I don't care about you. That's how it is. It shows the cute side of the snow. Exactly. When you got to deal with it, when you got to worry about falling in the snow or hoping that praying to God you don't get an accident in the snow, Galleria, yes, Galleria is nice. With ice skating right in the middle of the mall. Great city for shopping. Yeah, Galleria is cool. North Park Mall, too. It's cool for shopping. And then they have this thing, too, which I'm going to visit. It's at the Gaylord, they call it. It's like, they have like, the whole thing is like a sculpture of ice. I'm gonna try to do a vlog over there. I have a friend of mine, she has a kid. I was like, yo, you should take them out there. So I might just go along, bring my camera, and show you guys that, because I thought that was pretty cool. Like, from what I hear, it's like the whole thing is like made of ice, like an ice sculpture. People can't drive. Everyone is just annoyed at everyone. Just the snow for me. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, they say out here they do get these hails, which is like these big old balls, which could damage your car. So that does happen. Yes, please vlog Dallas for us. No doubt. I definitely will. But yeah, it does, they get sleet. And when that happens, the whole city is shut down. That's another thing. So if you work out here, it doesn't matter. If your kids got school, it doesn't matter. When it has their snowstorms, not really a snowstorm, but it's like sleet or whatever, the ice storms, whatever you want to call it, where the roads are slippery, they shut down everything. Period. Roads are shut down, no work, no nothing, the end. Stay home. And it could be the lightest of, they don't know how to drive in it, they shut everything down. You got to slide to work because it's common. That's the thing. It's common in Chicago. It's not common out here for them. There's nice ice bar in Amsterdam. Yeah, I want to go to Amsterdam too. The walls, the table, the glass is pretty cool. Yeah, they got that out here. They got let me tell you, holidays out here too is really nice. They get because they overdo everything. I always tell people like Halloween, they overdid it. Thanksgiving, they're going to overdo it. Christmas, they're going to overdo it. Like decorations, the malls, like they really overdo it. But it's a nice vibe. You know what I mean? It's a nice vibe. Everybody's, like I said, they're already in a good mood, so they're in an even better mood, out here. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Everything is big in Dallas, yeah, in Texas. I guess they gotta do it big. Yeah, everything's big. Like even when they building homes, like I've seen some really, really nice homes, like really, really nice. Okay, see the base. If you want to come to Chicago, between I got you. The summers are nice here. Yeah, it's big out here. I noticed that right away. The way I guess it's just the way they construct things. Like they're building something, it's called Epic Dallas. And I think I kind of showed little glimpses of it in my video that I did called, Exploring Deep Ellum, like Deep Ellum Tour. They're building this thing and it's within walking distance of where I live. Google it. Do me a favor. Google Epic Dallas, okay, in Deep Ellum. Epic Dallas in Deep Ellum. And it is wow. Like, and I'm watching them build this thing. And it's that area alone is just like, it's huge. Like when they get about building things, they don't play. Like because they have more of the year to work. That's another thing too. If you in construction, listen, in the summertime, it's going to be hot. So if you're in construction, you're probably not going to like it too much. But if you're in construction, you're looking for work, like they're constantly building out here, I'm pretty sure this is the type of field that you want to be in if you want to get contracting jobs and things like that. But when I see these people work, like they don't play. They don't play. Like I've seen like it take forever to build things in other places. Like these guys, like they might be ahead of schedule. They talking about 2019. That thing might be done like mid 2018. Like they rapido. Hold on, I gotta get something to drink. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Hello, I know I'm late. Do you prefer Dallas to New York? I'm from Long Island, New York, and I'm thinking about relocating to Dallas. Yes, I prefer Dallas over New York. A number of reasons. People are nicer, weather is better, no state income tax. You get cost of living is a lot better. Yeah, it's, they observe the Second Amendment, so there's a lot of reasons. Yes, hit that like button. I appreciate that. That like button. I'm glad you do, man. I appreciate you guys too, taking the time to come on here and ask questions and comment and hang out with me. I didn't want to make it. I figured Thanksgiving people are going to be busy, so I want to do it now. Oh, I just googled Epic Delum. Yeah, Epic Deep Ellum. It's gonna be nuts. That thing is gonna be nuts. Have you done a lot of traveling within Texas? Yeah, for the most part. I've gone a lot of places. I'm always in my car driving around. I'm gonna be going to Austin pretty soon. See, the thing is that there's so many different pockets in Texas. So it's like when I find a new area, like I'll just go there all the time before I move on to the next area. There's a lot of fun areas around here, a lot of cool areas. But I always tell people, come and visit, see how you like it. Do your research, make sure that it fits your personality and what you're looking for. These are just my experiences. If it was bad, I'll tell you it was bad. How's the vegan community? It's huge. It's big. They just had something just the other day, which is like the biggest, what was it called? Texas Veggie Fair. It's the biggest fair, like for vegans, like ever. And there was like a bunch of people out there. It was dope. Like the community out here is really, really good. They show me a lot of love. They have like a group on Facebook. That's another thing too I would tell you guys. For those of you concerned about like meeting people and whatnot, get on Facebook, find a group. The people out here are nice. Join the group. They'll have different activities that they do. Go out there and interact with people. That's what I did. I don't know. It's a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy, man. It's always a conspiracy. Always a conspiracy. His memorial is it's not too far. It's downtown. It's pretty cool too. I went to, if you come here, go to Reunion Tower. I forgot to mention, I always keep forgetting to mention Reunion Tower to you guys. Reunion Tower. You basically, it's what it sounds like, right? A tower. So it's like, you get in there and like you go all the way to the top floor and then you could, take pictures and whatever. But yeah, you love the tower because let me tell you something. That tower, they have drinks there and people go there to party too. Nighttime, you can see like the whole city lit up. You see the traffic and everything. People go out there to hang out and have a good time too. So, and I can't stress that enough. Like places out here, they do things where New Year's Eve, that's where I'll be. I'm gonna do that too. You might see me there, Double Star. They do things where they want you to come out and enjoy and hang out, not just come and go. Tanisha, okay. Hi, I just moved from Atlanta, by the way, VA 2 weeks ago. So far, so good. I live in North Dallas. Any suggestions to go visit downtown? I haven't explored anything but North. Yeah, come to Deep Ellum. Come to Deep Ellum. You could go to McKinney Avenue, Lemon Avenue, which is kind of like uptown a little bit. But you said uptown. I don't know if you mean like uptown Dallas north uptown. Like you got to be specific, but I would tell you come down. Come to Deep Ellum. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of activities, clubs there. Yeah, and don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate that, Lisa. About to make Lisa a moderator or something. But yeah, explore the city. I had a friend take me to Deep Ellum. Yeah, it's cool. A lot of people come down here and, it's cool. This is one of the first places that I hung out at, and I just like the vibe. And it's growing, it's booming. Antonio Brown always say, how's business? Business is booming. People ask me about it's booming over here, man. It is booming over here. And a lot of these business owners, they're trying to capitalize. They understand, they see what's happening. So they're like, I want to get this business up and running. And there's still a lot of, it's booming. And there's still a lot of empty spots. So I envision here, honestly, within the next 2 years, being like, it's already becoming like the hot spot. But I really do, I feel like it's just getting there. Like once it really peaks, this will be like one of those places where it's like, you just have to come and hang out. It's just going to be the prime location to come and hang out. Which from what I hear, it was a big music scene. A lot of people used to come and hang out a couple years ago. But, some things happened down here and it changed. But the change that it's going through right now, it's more in line with what people want. And like I said, within a year to 2 years, that's why I feel like I got here ahead of schedule. You ever seen like an area or been in an area where, you see it developing and you're looking around, you like, holy cow, like had I gotten here any later, I'd be paying for it. You know what I mean? Especially now people are getting smarter and moving there. Yep. People are moving here. So once people start moving here, then, you're going to find it's, that's when prices go up and, all that stuff. So I feel like I got here like way ahead of schedule. Man, we're doing good on time. I didn't even realize. These are good questions, guys. Ask away. Also, if any of you have families, kids and whatnot, again, I encourage it. It's a great place to be if you have kids, because the schools are, good schools, and there's a bunch of activities, for kids. So if you got kids and you kind of worried, is this a place I want to, don't even worry about that. Moved to Houston from Chicago, so I'm grateful they can leave Dallas for me. Yeah, I ain't mad. Listen, it's still Texas, so to me, it's like, all right, you got your reasons. But, and again, I looked into Houston. I looked into Austin. This was very thought out. I know to people who I know personally, some of them may think it was at a whim, because I'm the type of person that once I decide I'm gonna do something, like I usually do it. So sometimes when, how you have people that'll just say things and they don't do it, like I'll actually do it. And so I think when they kind of heard that I said I'm gonna do it and then actually did it, it came as a surprise, like, oh shit, like he's actually really leaving. But I did my research. Portland was another place that was on my list, which I was close to, but like I said, the rain and everything, I just, it wasn't for me. But yeah, I did my research. So a lot of stuff that I'm telling you guys about, like Dallas and everything, like the downsides of this place and that place, it's because of research, And I encourage people, do your research too. If you're debating between Dallas and some other place, do your research and, come to a conclusion. But just don't stay stagnant. That's probably the worst thing you could do. I was dead set on Portland too, but the weather, yeah. I was thinking of Portland because, they have a big vegan community, which is important, big vegan community. And, they're ranked high on a lot of lists, in terms of, fitness. Like everybody rides bikes out there. They have a big bike community out there. Like there was some things about it. And I have a friend that lives out there who he used to live in New York. We grew up together. He moved from New York. He went to California, and then from California he went there. Where should I go in Deep Ellum? There is. Let me tell you something. Wherever you want. And here's why I say that. Deep Ellum has 3 strips: Elm Street, Commerce, and Main Street. Right? They're literally right next to each other. Different strips, one-way blocks. Right? Each one of those strips over a 4 or 5 block radius or so, they all consist of different restaurants and clubs. What I do, I just hop around. I kid you not. Like I can't tell, just go to this one place. Like literally, whatever your vibe is, go into one, you like it, stay there. If you don't, get up, walk across the street, go to the next one. That's what I like about it. Like you can just, you could just walk around and do whatever you want to do. And pick whatever vibe you want to pick. Was it whatever's going on for the night? You can just go there. And for like $5 on weekends, you could be here all day. Weekdays, I think it's like $350, something like that. What areas do you suggest for a single person in Deep Ellum? I keep coming back. I'm single, so I'm only gonna tell you Deep Ellum, McKinney Avenue. Not to be mistaken, I stress McKinney Avenue, McKinney, Texas, because they're two different. McKinney, Texas is actually North Texas. It's different from Dallas. McKinney Avenue is uptown Dallas. So I try to make sure people don't think it's the same thing. McKinney, Texas is suburbs, houses, different. McKinney Avenue is part of uptown. Lemon Avenue is over there. That's where people go to hang out. There's clubs over there. There's bars over there. They have a lot of sports bars over there. People also, go there to work out. There's a lot that goes on over there too. So if you're single and you can afford it, be over there. And they have a lot of apartments, but you could tell. That's a place where you get around, you could tell okay, you gotta, I'm not saying it's really, really expensive, but I'm saying it's probably the more bougie areas to be in. So if you don't mind that, you cool with it, that's a place that you want to be at too. A lot of singles be around it. They are. And that's a funny thing. I was in a Whole Foods the other day, and the guy, he heard my accent. Apparently I didn't even know I had an accent. He's like, "Oh, you from New York?" And we started talking, and he's like, "Oh, you live in Dallas?" And he was trying to tell me a lot of people in Dallas could be a bit bougie or whatever. And I'm like, he's like, "You're probably accustomed to it." I am. I people who are bougie, I could be bougie. You know what I mean? If I really wanted to, but I don't. It's I'm not a bougie person, but people who are bougie, I just look at them what are you bougie for? Are you serious? What would you recommend for laid back people? I'm laid back. For laid back people, really and truly, for laid back people, I still would say Deep Ellum, honestly. If you're laid back, I would say Deep Ellum. I would say downtown, but Addison, probably. I'm trying to think of some other areas. It depends on what you want around you. You know what I mean? My thing is, I wanted to make sure that where I lived, I was able to relax, but I'm not too far from where things happen. And so I'm in an area where things happen, concerts, things happen in my area, and it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I could still go about my day and it's not interfering. It's a difference when you live really in the midst of chaos, if you want to call it, where you can't park anywhere because everybody's down here for something. That's not where I'm at. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. I don't want to be living somewhere and it's because there's a concert, because there's so much going on, I can't live. It's not quiet at night. I wasn't going to do that. You see what I'm saying? And what I like about where I'm at right now is that I get the best of both worlds. It can be quiet where I'm at, and it can be, lively as well. They had an art gallery. Thanks. They had Dallas Deep Ellum Art Fest or art fair, a couple months ago. It was literally in here, like right by my building. And when I tell you, it did not bother me one bit. There was no it didn't bother me one bit. It wasn't. I think they pay attention to the fact that if people live in the area, they don't want to inconvenience them. That's what I noticed. Like it wasn't no inconvenience to me. People weren't parking in my garage area. It wasn't that. People weren't just walking around aimlessly where I had to feel like, oh my God, I can't. No, like they shut everything down at appropriate time. Police was like, it was cool. I Googled the cost of rent Deep Ellum, and damn, I can see why you like it so much. Hey, get what you pay for. I have to have peace of mind. Peace of mind is so important to me. I have to have peace of mind. Regardless of where I live, I have to have peace of mind. It's cool to be, around things and lively and, where things are happening all the time. That's cool. But sometimes you got to be able to get away. You got to be able to recalibrate, center yourself, get your thoughts together. I can't just be in the midst of everything all the time. But it's good to know that, you could get to it when you want. How much time I have? Probably have about another 10 minutes or so. So ask away. I'm trying to think about some things that I might have forgot to mention. I feel like I mentioned everything. Or just about everything. So hopefully if you're just coming in, and don't worry about it, when I shut everything down, you'll be able to watch it over again, and maybe somebody asked something in the beginning of the video that you might have missed that you can catch. So definitely catch the replay for you guys. So hopefully it'll help. I think I talked about the art museum too. The art museum out here is really nice. I moved here from the A, Atlanta. Okay, by the way, VA. Weeks ago, living near Frisco, and suggestions in South Dallas for food and entertainment. Suggestions. Well, first of all, when it comes to food, just FYI, I'm vegan, so I'm gonna obviously you're probably not gonna hear me talk about like barbecue places, and even though they're there, I have some of the best barbecue places apparently near me. So I could tell you, when it comes to Texas, they're big on barbecue. You'll find varieties of food. I think, and anyway, sorry for typos, I'm driving. No problem, don't get in an accident. I don't want you to get in an accident, girl. I'll do best to answer your question. But like somebody mentioned before, there's a statistic that, Dallas has a lot of restaurants. They do. It depends on, if you like soul food, you're going to find soul food. Here's what I do. I have Yelp, right? If you're not familiar, I have Yelp, which is, basically an app that you could download on your phone, Android, iPhone, doesn't matter, where you basically could plug in what kind of food and it tells you what's in the area. I use that, and I use this other app called Happy Cow. Happy Cow is more for like vegans and vegetarians because it'll tell you what's in the area that's vegan or vegetarian or have vegan options. But I use Yelp. I use those two things all the time, to find restaurants. Most restaurants per capita in the U.S. to be exact. Yep. See, there you go. So literally, Tanisha, if you were to put in soul food in Yelp, it's going to find the places in your area. Or even use Google. I did that. That's what I did, to find places. And when things popped up, I went and I checked it out, You write them down, you put a star next to them on the app, and then you just go to those places and you see which one you like. Damn, good vegan barbecue. Nah. Not any place that specializes in just vegan barbecue. I have found places that do have certain dishes that are barbecue related, like they'll have barbecue sandwiches. But yeah, it's growing though. The community here is growing. I'll tell you that for sure. In my area, soul food, not. Gotta explore. You gotta explore. So you're right. You'll probably find more in my area. I think the more you are in like a suburbs area, you're probably less likely you'll find that. You gotta come downtown. You gotta come to the city. You know, you gotta come where the people at. But you'll find it. It's there. All these restaurants that I see, I find it hard to believe that you can't find you a soul food restaurant. Explore South Dallas. Yeah. I'm telling you, I was in Richardson, and I remember a guy there, he looked up on his phone some soul foods. Like, there's spots, trust me. There's spots. Especially if they're really good. If they're really good, they're known for that. Like, they're going to stand out. There's spots, for sure. One thing I miss is the pizza, man. Like, the pizza in New York was the best. Still is. Especially like vegan pizza. You don't find a lot of that out here. Yeah, you gotta use technology. Technology has been and still is my best friend, you know, in terms of anywhere I go, anywhere. Yeah, the pizza inspired today. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Totally changing the subject. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? Entrepreneur. But when I first got here, I was, thanks, love the info too, very helpful, no problem. I worked for the bank, Chase Bank, at the time as an advisor. So I dabble in a lot of different things. I deal with investments, real estate. But my goal right now is entrepreneur. I'm into I have like a vegan app that I'm working on, website that I'm looking to launch. So I'm getting into like the clothing, the whole aspects of helping people turn vegan. I always look forward to your videos in regards to living in Dallas, especially when I was moving. Actually, I still do. Hey, I appreciate it. And that's why, this video is just to kind of let you guys know how how it's been so far, 1 year in being here. And, you always have the other videos that I made, and I will continue to do videos as I, explore the area. But this is really for you guys to ask what it is that you want to know that maybe I didn't cover. So, yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm working on that. Definitely working on that. Yeah, my goal, I have a mentality. I want to own my own business, do my own thing. Do what you are passionate about, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Money comes and goes, jobs come and go. Build something that will last forever. Build something that you can look back and be proud about. So that's my goal in life. That's what I'm pursuing. But you gotta learn. So sometimes you gotta learn from other people, and you might have to take a job here and there, whatever. But ultimately, be an entrepreneur, follow your dreams, do what makes you happy. That's my message. Sun's starting to come down. This is fun, man. I like, seeing a lot of new faces, a lot of people who, may have followed in the past. It's good to interact with you guys. Like I said, I like this live stream thing. It's pretty cool, man. It's good to do in between videos. I still like to do my videos where I gotta actually, put some thought into it and add some B-roll and some, different things there, transitions and whatnot. That's still something I like to do, but this is like a good in between. So question is very helpful. No problem. I appreciate it. No problem. Anything I could do to help. Like I said, I wish I had these resources at the time. And so I didn't have these resources, so I had to do a lot of my own digging and my own research And there were blogs and things like that, people, which helped me in my decision making as well. But there really wasn't anybody interactive or anybody really on YouTube that could, give it to me straightforward and from, a different perspective. I'll put it like that. Everybody was more focused on jobs and things like that. Sorry, Rob, so late. I'm moving from Dallas, and I'm so excited. Wait, I'm moving to Dallas. Okay, where you moving from? Hit that like button, promise. Hit that like button. Where you moving from? Cali. Yeah, see? But I'm originally from Colorado. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people move from Cali. I talked about that, from the West Coast. A lot of people. I'm curious though, what makes you move from Cali? I know what a lot of other people tell me, but just curious. What's your reason for that? Okay. Kind of similar to mine's from leaving New York. Yeah, expensive. There you go. Bingo. Bingo. It's too expensive as well. Yup. You pay for it. You pay to say that you live in certain areas, man. You pay for it. And if you ain't a celebrity or something, then you might be. Yeah, cost. Yeah, cost of living is probably the main reason why people leave places, one place to go to the next. Yeah, New York is way too expensive. Yeah. Again, for what you get. It's all about what am I getting in return? Anywhere you go, you have to pay for where you're living. But what are you giving me in return? That's all. What am I getting out of this? I used to live, I lived in an area, spent a lot of money to live there, and you don't get parking, what are you giving me? What am I getting? In living here. So community isn't good. You got to get something back, Why did you select the loft industrial style unit? It was just something that I always wanted, because I lived in traditional, apartments before, and I like the open space factor of here. Hold on, let me turn the lights on a little bit. Yeah, I like the open space of this, and it was just something, it helps my creativity, and I like lofts. It was something that I was intrigued about. Pros and cons of a loft. I guess the fact that privacy, when I have people come, friends that come over, which is cool. I mean, fellas, we don't, it's whatever. Guys take the couch, whatever. But I mean, privacy wise, I have blow up beds that, and I'm able to move around and have people, spend the night and spend days here. But, when you have guests, you may, everything's kind of out there. So it's like, you don't want just anybody coming over. That's probably the only downside. But other than that, you get big windows. Like I said, the design, the decor, the way you can kind of set things up is really nice. Or more laid back there. Yes, they are more laid back. Yes, Southern hospitality. Yes, that is a fact. People are much nicer here. Whether they from here or not, when they get here, they get nicer. I'm nicer than I was in New York. I can tell you that. I'm much nicer now, because it is the norm. It's the standard. It's okay to, when you see somebody, to say hello. It's okay to smile at somebody as, pass by. It's okay to hold the door for somebody. It's okay. It's not, people are not going to be rude to you on average, You're not looked at as crazy for, going out your way to help somebody. People will go out their way to help you. So yes, it is contagious. So when people come down here, they usually, if you weren't nice before, you're going to become nice once you get here. a couple more minutes here. Let me see. That's not to say I'm not the only person looking for laid back people. I used to be nicer. I agree. I want to go somewhere where smiles are contagious. Yes, smiles are very contagious. Women prettier in Dallas or New York? Sorry for the rant. Nah, ask away. That's why I did this. Ask these questions. Ask away. Hit that like button too, though. Let me see. Do women prefer prettier in Dallas or New York? Man, there's pretty women everywhere, man. You know, I probably gonna have some people from New York that's gonna hate my answer. But I want to say they're pretty. I'll tell you this. They take, to me, they tend to take better care of themselves. They care more about how they look, and how they carry themselves. And they're much nicer. Put it to you like that. They're much nicer. But you're gonna find beautiful people everywhere. Oh, I did something. I love watching your vlogs. I appreciate it, Takara. Thank you. Have plenty more vlogs on the way. I love to do that. I got all this camera equipment, so I put it to good use. And ladies too, like, you know, I don't be watching men, but, you know, guys, you know, they work out here. They got, you know, pretty decent head on their shoulders, and, you know, they're looking, you know, most of them are looking for good women too. So if you're a female out there and you don't come down here, you know, there's a scene. There's definitely a scene. I already did a video on dating, so all the men looking to settle down. I think with the right woman. You know, I can't talk for all men, but I can tell you one thing, you know, men are not as complicated as women or people think. You know, if you're supportive and you can cook and you can, you know, satisfy other needs, and, you know, you're positive, you know, I think it's like you said before, people are different. They got a way. Hold on, do you miss the energy of New York? Yeah, I do. I do miss the energy. There's energy there. Are you looking to settle down? I'm on my way. Yeah, of course, you know. Of course I am, you know. But I'm a, you know, I don't want to say I'm complicated, but I'm not like, you know, God, people say that all the time. I'm not like this person, I'm not like that person. But I know who I am. I know what I want. I can be difficult. I know I can be difficult because I think differently from a lot of other people, a lot of other guys. So a lot of people are kind of taken aback, which is okay. Are you there by yourself or do you have family? No, I'm by myself. My family, most of my family is in New York City, Florida, other places. But it's cool. I mean, you know, your family is your family. I mean, you know, you can't. I always remember this. My family, my parents relocated. They left a country. They left an island. They left Haiti at my age and came to America, right? Came to the United States, lived in Brooklyn, and raised kids and developed a life. They did what they felt was necessary for them at that time. You have to do what you feel is necessary for you at your time. You see what I'm saying? And so that's just how I see it, you know. Family, you know, distance, you know, I remember a guy used to tell me, you know, distance it's just when two people are together, it doesn't matter about distance, because there could be people who are right next to each other and can be very, very apart. And there are people who could live apart and feel very much together. It's all on the individuals, you know. So I have a great relationship, you know, with my family, and you know, they've come to visit me, and it is what it is, you know. And I tell them all the same. They say the same thing. Why are you so far? But you know, you have a lot of insight and wisdom. I love your videos. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I just, you know, I tell my mom, I say, I tell them it's about your happiness. You have to be happy. You have to be happy, period. And I told her, I said, would you really want me to stay in New York if I'm unhappy just because I'm near you? And most parents will say yes, because they think about what they want, Most family will say yes because they think about what they want. And that's the thing. People are naturally going to do things based on their wants. So you have to do the same. What do you want? Is it in your best interest to live there? Is it in your best interest to stay there? If so, then great. But if there is a better life for you or somewhere else, it's your job to explore that, nobody else's. And if you choose not to, it's on you. I'm the type of person I have to see. I have to go out there, I have to see. I'm not afraid to fail. Like, I could have came out here and had a totally different experience. And I would have been honest with you guys. If it sucked, I would have told you that. Have a great night. Good to hear. No doubt, Double Star. You take it easy. If it was bad, I would have said it was bad. And I would have picked up and I would have, went somewhere else. You can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to start over. It's a part of life. It's part of growth. No doubt. Man, I keep saying I'm gonna wrap it up. But I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. It's getting dark over here. Now I gotta get something to eat. But yeah, this went on a lot. I figured this was gonna go on long, so I wanted to start it early. Give people time to come in and ask what they need to ask. So, if you out there, you just coming in, ask me what you want to know. And hit that like button too if you just coming in. Much appreciated. Thank you for your insights. So appreciated. No problem, Pamela. No problem. Like I said, it's like one big old family, man. You guys are, I love interacting with you guys, and I love being able to help, and I like the community that's being built. And you see, you like that plug, built, get it? I like the community, and whatever I could do to give back, to help and entertain and educate and all of that, that's why I'm here. So what are you gonna eat for dinner? I'm gonna just have a salad right now. Probably have a salad, and then maybe later on have some like steamed vegetables and some brown rice or something. I'm getting really strict with myself because this is the holidays. These are the time where I'm at my worst. Football season and everything. You're sitting around, you're drinking beers, you're doing all of that. So I kind of put on a bit more than I would like. So now I'm just kind of locking in and changing my eating habits. So I'm going to be eating clean for a good while. So it's going to be a salad and maybe some veggies later. Anyone there, or did you meet new friends? No, I didn't know anyone originally. A friend of mine's knew somebody who was also moving to Dallas around the time that I was moving, and we became friends. They actually came to visit. To end the story, they lived in New York, came to Dallas, came to Texas, went back to New York, came back to Dallas, and now they went back to New York. So they were like back and forth. So, and then, so I knew them, and then, I just met other people too. You meet people in going out, it's groups. Like I said, Facebook, Meetup. There's a lot of different apps that tell you what's going on. You go out there, you meet people. You actually call them. When they invite you out, you go. From there you meet other people, and after a while, you just start seeing people over and over, and it's an adjustment, guys. I think about wherever you live right now, all the people that that you're close with. It took years for you to get close to them. It took years. You didn't. I don't know where you're from or anybody else, but you don't just start off with just a bunch of people. It takes years. Have you visited Dallas? Yes, I have. It's different from Dallas. Definitely a bit more laid back. Doesn't have much of a scene. you know, it's different, but it's cool too though. It's Dallas Fort Worth has its own identity, which is pretty cool. Not knocking it at all, but it's definitely like they'll tell you too. Like they don't even we're different. Like they'll tell you. People who live over there, they'll make sure you know. Like yeah, it's a different thing. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It was great talking to you guys. For those of you just coming in, sorry, just catch the video. I probably answered some things that you were thinking about asking, so definitely check it. You're welcome, Janine. Thank you guys for chiming in, and no problem, promise, no problem. And we'll be doing more, more of these lives, different topics, different things. So maybe you might want to sneak in a question here there during some of the other ones, but thank you guys. That's it for this. In conclusion, I love it. Love being out here in Dallas. It's been about 1 year. No regrets. And any of you guys thinking of coming down to Dallas, definitely do. It's worth a visit. You may grow to love it like I have. And that's about it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace and love. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. I will do a lot more, Janine, no doubt. Peace. Happy holidays to you guys too. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there who watches my videos. Happy Thanksgiving.